Tuesday, all my beautiful beings. Welcome to our D&D session 178. I am your hostess and DM, Katharina Game. I am joined by my dear friends Isaac, Abaddon, Verdant, and Red. Not their names.
My ears.
But here we are. Why are you in pain?
Because you yelled in my ear.
How am I yelling in your ear? I am introducing you.
You can introduce me loudly.
Kath is like, good Tuesday. Good Tuesday to you too, Kath.
Oh, the Robin Williams Hello Vietnam in my ear here for a second.
That's pretty
I
good.
didn't get healed at the end of the last
Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. I'll see you all later. I don't want to play anymore.
Hold on,
Everybody
Nito
dies.
does not
Tuesday.
speak for the rest of us.
Good Tuesday. Good Tuesday.
Koi.
Go ahead, introduce yourselves and let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Verdant. I'm Green Boy. Good Tuesday to you all.
He's a
Let's
paladin.
do this. I'm a paladin, by the way.
You're supposed to introduce your character.
Yeah. Green Boy.
To be fair, his VTuber is his character.
Go Red.
Hello, I'm Red. Ranger, Rogue, Barbarian, Beast
Previous
Tide
Green Boy.
Shifter.
All of the above.
Don't
I
interrupt
actually, yes, I
someone's
am all
thing.
of those.
Sorry.
I am all of the above. Monster Hunter, Reckless, and I've jumped into a hole and I've lost the ability to speak.
That is the recap that's coming up. Yes, Isaac, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Isaac. I may or may not have told him to jump in the hole.
All right, Abaddon, who are you?
I'm Abaddon. I'm a tiefling sorcerer, and my wisdom is tanking very fast because of the things. I am not as smart as I usually was.
Everyone's wisdom is tanking.
All
Mine's
except for
bad.
mine, but I had
Mine is
none to begin
bad.
with.
I say, also
is
mine.
bad.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my wisdom up.
So welcoming everybody. When last we left our heroes, they had recently traveled to a dwarven city that had been cut off from trade and things like that recently. So they are currently trying to gain their favor back by looking into some of the issues going on nearby. Their first issue that they were looking into was why all of the children were starting to get sick. And the team has stumbled upon a mushroom cave that had some weird, icky growths on everything. And inside one of these mushroom caves, they were attacked by some kind of strange tentacle creature. Just a little bit of one. And Red was able to deduce that this was a creature that was experimented on by mind flayers. During this encounter, unfortunately, a lot of the party lost much of their brain cells and decided to jump down this mushroom hole that was in the middle of the room to see where it led, because that's where the creature came out of. So we are currently in the process of, I'm assuming everyone's going down the hole, right? Because Red just essentially started jabbering and then slid down the hole the rest of the way. Is everybody
I'm
following
encouraging
Red?
I would like to point out I'm still unconscious, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Abaddon is still unconscious. Are we dragging him
Someone-
with us?
Someone beat
Ah.
the hell out of Abaddon.
Yeah,
You are
what
not
an
here.
What an asshole.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, Isaac was pummeling them.
Police! Police,
Yeah.
make him better. We gotta go down the hole.
Okay, well, I can heal him as we go down the hole, I guess.
Well, I was thinking maybe
I
he
am
could burn all the mushrooms.
Well, they'd probably slow our descent a little bit better, so maybe we should leave them.
He just jumps down the hole.
Okay, so Elise is going with Marco, dragging Abaddon over to the hole.
Oh, God.
And as they start to slowly slide down the hole, Elise will do a little bit of a heal on you. Just a little bit. I'm gonna roll for this, hang on. Excuse you?
Sorry.
Bless you.
Big sneeze.
Oh, that's why I didn't have my heal spells. I was looking at Marco. Marco, you don't have healing, you silly sausage.
Yeah, he does.
Marco's just trying to heal with everything he's got.
He's healing all of our emotional damage.
I was like, You're not the healer, Marco.
He's just over here like, heal, damn you! Heal!
Why is this invisible? Fix it.
You got
fix
3
it.
Mhm.
question marks, Kath. What are you
There
gonna
you
do
go,
with
buddy.
those?
You heal 26 health.
Oh boy.
And as you begin to kind of come to, you realize that you are being held in Elise's arms. Marco has your legs. Well, I guess more you're kind of being held princess style in Marco's arms would probably be the better option here. And Elise is kind of hanging on to Marco, healing you over him. So like she's like holding onto his back and she's like oogala boogala heal like over his shoulder while you're being held
Yeah.
princess style. And as you look around, you and everybody else is just sliding through this weird mushroom slimy hole in the ground.
What's happening?
Hey. Red went down this hole, so we're following.
Oh. All right.
You feel Marco's arms bulge under you. I got you. Don't worry about it. It's like surfing, except on a weirdly semi-solid surface. And you're like, he's wiggling you back and forth, trying to hold his balance while he slides down.
Yeah, this is not. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Eventually,
Oh, he just
Eve-
accepts it.
Eventually,
Well, like,
you all hit the ground. Red, you hit the ground first. Let's go
When
ahead.
your
and-
wisdom tanks, you lose sense of kind of your surroundings a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm playing it off as what it is. It's what the internet told me.
It is what it is. I hope everyone's doing okay. All right. So eventually you all kind of get dropped into this area here. And what you kind of see around you is you're in a dense fungal area. Like there's mushroom spores everywhere. All around you is like the spores drifting in the air. It's almost so thick it's like snow, but it's starting to cling to your skin and your clothes. And then just all of those icky mushrooms from up above are kind of like everything that's in here right now. It's hard to breathe. If I remember correctly, some of you put on face masks, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
No, you did not. And nobody thought to cover your mouth. So you are currently breathing in some toxic spores. Could you please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, sure.
Wait, isn't my aura protect everyone though from?
He was
Bad.
well out of your range when this happened.
22.
Also, like that's just you.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
The poisons and diseases stuff, that's just you.
Yeah.
That's so tragic.
So Abaddon, as you guys hit the ground, you look up around and you take a deep breath for just a second, and then you're like, I shouldn't breathe. And I'm assuming you are fumbling for something to cover your mouth with.
It'll be a little slower than usual, but yeah.
Yeah. Even if you pull up your cape and like cover your face momentarily, you do get a mouthful of spores before you think to cover your face.
Mm.
People eat mushrooms all the time. You'll be fine.
Mhm.
Real rich coming from you.
So here you guys are. You're at the bottom of the thing.
So where's the big
Literally-
bad guy? Isn't there supposed to be a big creature at the bottom of this hole? Also, Kath, I should be on my broom too. Methinks.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. You're in the ground on your broom.
Okay.
Abaddon, how rough do you look right now?
I mean, seeing as I was at 0 and I got healed for 26, bad.
All right, I'm going to give you some healing. I'm gonna dump 3 heal spells into him.
Can you?
I can, so long as my wisdom isn't down. I can cast my spells. Oh, hold on, wrong numbers. You're gonna heal 33.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Now, for those of you who don't have dark vision, the mushroom caps are giving off a little bit of light. So you can currently see there's a little bit of light coming off of the mushrooms.
Very good.
The only other thing that's really you all can tell immediately is that there's the smell of decay in this area. That fungal, rot, bitter smell of decay is kind of all around this area.
Alrighty. Were we gonna fireball all this stuff?
I'm gonna start looking for trails.
Okay. Red, you can start looking for trails. Red does not respond to you, Verdant. So take that for what
Okay.
you want to do.
Have we
I'm
popped
gonna
out
take-
yet?
I already said, yeah, you all landed.
Yes,
This is
we
where
all
you
have, yeah.
are.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take my the sending stone that no longer works and just kind of toss it behind me.
Okay. Why does it no longer work?
Because Lawala blew up the other one.
Oh yeah.
Because she was mad at me about that.
Better watch it. The book's not gonna work
You
soon.
Forgot about this one.
I did forget about it.
Crazy. Don't worry. Every morning I message her. Every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I-
I've made
I
it
go-
canon that I message her every morning.
I pick up the sending stone.
It doesn't
Okay.
work, Red. It doesn't work. Gesundheit.
I put it in my pocket.
Wait,
What? You don't.
Red can't talk?
No.
He's just making snarl noises.
As much as I don't really understand well. Oh, we're in a forest of fungal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry. Took me a second.
Like I said, weren't we supposed to burn all this stuff?
That's a lot of fire.
It is. But
To be fair with
gonna-
you.
we were gonna like seal the hole by just exploding it.
I don't
Now
know if
we're-
that's exactly the way to do things there, Verdant.
Yeah.
What, Red? We
Rawr.
oh, goodness.
Roar. Alright. Well, we were either gonna do that or we were either gonna find the source of the creature. And the creature's not at the bottom of the hole, so
Did we not kill whatever that was?
I don't think so. I mean, there's still fungal spores everywhere, so I assume there's like a source to the fungal spores, no?
Yes, so the spores, but this is. Kat, do I know where we are?
I mean,
Have I read about this
I
at
mean,
all?
Red did say we were very close to the Underdark.
he did say that upstairs.
Yeah.
Could I guesstimate and assume that we are in the
Well-
Underdark then?
That would be a check, wouldn't it?
Yes. What do I have to roll?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check to see if you can
Intelligence
remember.
or history?
Oh, you do have history. Go ahead and give me history.
5.
Mm,
Oh no.
unfortunately, your addled brain does not really comprehend it.
Wait, but
Yeah, I
I
have no idea where we are.
I could recall because I also heard Red say that, right? Can I do a history check?
Do you have history?
Sure.
Do you have proficiency in history?
Look at
Oh.
your character sheet.
No, I definitely don't.
I have proficiencies in everything.
So go ahead and
technically.
give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay. Not good. All right, we're doomed.
So unfortunately, Verdant, you also don't recognize where you are. Now, Isaac, you've been quite silent through all of this, while Elise and Marco are also like trying to get their bearings. Red is off gallivanting around trying to look for things, and you can hear him grunting every now and then in the distance. Isaac, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to get my bearings at the moment. If I know there are Durgar and mind flayers down here, this is a bad place to be. So maybe I'll start looking at the stones and everything else and seeing if there's a concentration, like going someplace.
Okay.
I will
So you
look.
would know that Durgar do live in the Underdark.
Yeah, I mean, I fought them for a long time.
Yeah,
I've been in the,
that's something you would
I've
definitely
been in
know.
the Underdark.
So give me a history check, Isaac, please.
One history check.
Me.
So, Isaac, you recognize that as you all were sliding down, you got that feeling that you always get when you go just a little too deep under the earth. And as soon as you hit the ground and kind of look around, you recognize these plants are from the Underdark. And they are usually used as the very first thing to start addling a civilization. It is used to decrease the intelligence of creatures around it, and that's kind of like right here. This is like the very first thing that usually when the Underdark is starting to invade, that is what they're doing.
Yeah, my character fought in the war against the Duragar. How did we deal with the plants?
Usually you either like sealed the entrance to wherever that section is, or you tried to burn it, but it doesn't burn that well because it is all very moist.
I will relay that to my team.
Aha, so that's why we went for the Bernie plan. Well, wouldn't the best case scenario be to fly back up the hole and try and reseal it? I'm gonna
We
look
could
up.
do that.
I'm gonna look up and
We
see if the
wanted
the whole entrance is still above us.
About this time, Red, you come ruffling back into your party members. You have actually found a path that leads outside of this cavern, and it seems to be a crafted path. Someone dug it, and so it's quite large, for at least two people to stand side by side to go through it if you wanted to try to get your party members to go that direction.
I'm gonna just run up and like grab Isaac by one of his pauldrons. I start dragging him towards the path.
Hold on. You're wanting something, right?
Ah.
All right. Well, point where you need me to go.
I just keep dragging him.
You all see Red dragging Isaac off into a random direction.
All right. Well, Red's gonna eat Isaac.
How do I eat him first?
Should I check to see if the hole's still there so we could have
Yeah, you can clearly
means
see
of-
that it's still there.
so we can leave at any time? We're not warped to another dimension.
Sure.
Hmm.
I will when I get Isaac to like with the path that looks like obviously worked, I'm gonna like gesture to it like "Arr."
Yeah, I see what you're looking at.
Are we?
How well is this crafted? Is this Duragar make?
I'm gonna need you to give me a check for that. Please give me a history check on your walls.
You're a dwarf. You have something called stones cunning.
That
Yes, I do.
or that.
Gotta make sure that we see what Stone's Cunning does exactly. It's not as useful as it's cool though. So I like to use it when I can.
This would be a section where you could add whatever it is to your stuff.
Okay, so that's a so add another 5 to that.
Sick. Okay. So Isaac, you start kind of looking through it on here, and this was worked. So you can tell that it was made by a crafting civilization, probably dwarves. So this is a dwarf hole.
Yeah. Hold on, Elise. Can you send a message to Rooney? Tell him this section's connected to the Underdark. We may have Duragar and Mind Flayers down here.
For anybody looking at anyone else around you, you can see that everyone's eyes are starting to get red from the spores. Elise says, it might be really hard in here since I have to cover my mouth. Can we get out of this spore-infected place?
From my knowledge, when I was fighting the war, does it usually get better, or is this just like, this is it?
It's usually heavily concentrated at the start, but like not everybody needs to live in this. This is meant to infect and attack, so probably a little further away from this area would be better.
So this is terraforming. All right, let's push in then.
Oh my god, really? Shouldn't we leave? I mean, the exit's right there.
I'm gonna point to them and just point up at the hole.
I think
So
he's
you
telling
want-
you
you-
you could leave if you want to.
So you want us to... All right, I'll escort Elise out of the hole,
No,
I suppose. No?
I'm not leaving the party.
But Red wants us to go up the hole. I don't know. Red, do we go up the hole?
Ah!
I don't think he knows.
Could you nod or shake your head for a yes or a no?
I nod.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So he doesn't want us to leave.
No,
Ah!
he does. No, he does. All right, Red. Do you want us to leave? Yes or no?
Nod.
Okay. He wants us to leave, Elise.
Okay.
And I point to myself and I make like a little shush sound and I point towards the pathway.
So he wants to be sneaky with Isaac, presumably, on the path. I assume.
We've
so yeah.
really got to get out of this area. I'm feeling sick.
Yeah. So
Oh,
let's
yeah.
leave.
Am I
yeah,
feeling sick too, Kath, or am I good?
You know that if you stay in this area much longer, even with your face masks, you're going to have to start rolling concentration checks.
Oh crap! All right. We either leave the hole or we go down the path.
I'm going down the path, says Elise.
I follow.
I don't think she's going to listen to you, Red. You can't have a word to say. I don't think you have a word to say in it.
I will scout. Okay. So the way Isaac said is that this is temporary to like deter people.
The
So
mushroom
further-
stuff, yes.
Yeah, the mushroom stuff. So further in, we should have less mushroom stuff.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Okay. I'm just gonna start scouting ahead.
Okay. Verdant, are you wanting to leave?
Well, Elise is going with them, and I don't know. I was fully willing to pull people out because it's affecting our eyes, but we probably should move as a unit then. So I will follow behind
Into the cave.
into the cave.
So everyone begrudgingly begins to go down the toxic-filled cave. As you all are kind of traveling down the cave system, it does begin to start clearing, but not before I need everyone to roll me one Constitution saving throw, please.
All right.
Is it against poison?
Yes.
Wait,
That was
but
If you're immune to poison, you're immune to poison.
I'm immune to disease. Is disease poison?
No.
And then I got a +2 from Verdant, I think.
17 for me.
Oh
Total.
yeah, everyone gets a +2.
If
What
they're
they roll.
within 10 feet of
Twice.
you.
26.
Yeah, which they are. Everyone is.
Red is not. Red is scouting ahead.
Oh yeah.
Red is doing red things.
15 for me then.
Okay. Elise, Marco, I need you guys to roll for me. Hold on. Where's my dice? Oops. Oh, Elise and Marco. Please
Elise
don't
just
fail.
passes out. Well, we're going back up the hole.
Yep. I'm ready to extract at any moment. So
Nope, they're both fine. So as you all are kind of making your way as quickly down this hole as possible, eventually the spores and everything are starting to dilute, but you are coughing and choking as you kind of walk out into a mildly open area. And the first thing you notice, Isaac, and Red, because Red, you haven't found anything new, so you would have been the first one to see it as well. The worked stone gets even clearer. You can tell that the walls were kind of forged with brick to make it really, really nice. And eventually you all come up upon a bridge that goes over a chasm. It's really, really dark though. So even those with dark vision, you can't see that far. And those who need light to see can't see.
Sounds like I'm gonna have to use some daylight.
Isaac just takes his torch out,
Okay.
lights it, and puts it in the sconce holder on his backpack.
You have a sconce holder? That's so cool.
Yeah, I haven't used it in a while.
Nice.
You see, when he lights his torch, he actually does a little twirl with it and scrapes it down some metal on the side of his armor, and that's what lights it.
Hey, Red, can you give me a nature check, please?
Yeah.
Awesome. Red,
16.
as you are... Oh, yeah. As you are scouting ahead, you are looking through everything, and one of the mushrooms draws your attention, and you kind of get close to it, and you see on one of the stalks there is a faint illithid ruin on one of the stalks. You know that these are being deliberately altered to be a toxic mushroom.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to tell your party that, but you know that information.
I'm going to
Red's about to get real good at charades.
I'm gonna turn to the group. I'm gonna turn to the group and like and I like take my hand and it looks like I'm writing something on a piece of paper. Like on a
Do you need
book.
paper? Do
Alright.
you need a writing utensil?
You need to note something down.
I point at me and shake my head no.
Okay, do we need to write
But
something down?
Thumbs up.
Alright, cool. Elise,
I can
anyone
try to
who has
translate.
writing utensils?
Does what he's saying sound like any sort of speech at all, or no?
No.
If you were an animal, you might be able to understand me.
Hmm.
Alright,
Turns into lizard. All right, I got what he was
I
saying.
comprehend languages, but I don't think that'll help in this situation.
That doesn't work for animal speech.
Well, that can die.
I
in a
have
hole then.
regressed, sorry.
alright.
Yeah, you're fine.
I take out my notebook and writing utensil. Alright, proceed, Red. What was it you need us to write down?
And I'm going to lead Verdant over to the rune. I'm going to point at the rune and pick up his hand and slap it and shake my head no.
So you don't want me to touch.
Thumbs up.
No touch ruin. I write
then-
down.
And I'm going to like look like I'm scribbling and point at you and point at the rune.
Do you want us to write what the rune is?
Alright. I'll
That
write
is a
down.
yes.
Alright. I'll write down what the ruin is, or draw it, or whatever it
I will
is.
also write it down, Kath,
Okay.
because I don't know how well of writing skills Verdant has.
trying to get
I have good writing skills. How dare
Hey,
you?
Abaddon doesn't know this. Abaddon writes a lot.
I'm gonna check out the rune.
Can I?
I'm going to like look at them and
I'm
like
not touching it.
put my fingers underneath my chin and wiggle them. Like
Uh,
where like my fingers are down where my beard is, and I'm wiggling my fingers and pointing at the rune.
it'll make you a squid god.
It'll make you a mind flare. Or, to be more precise, are the mind flares messing with him?
Thumbs up.
Oh.
I'm gonna look more at it. I want to look at the mushroom
Sure.
Do I see anything familiar?
One, everyone who's drawing the rune down, please give me a dexterity check to see how well you draw it.
Oh boy.
Two, Isaac, you don't recognize it offhand.
Can I roll
But-
performance?
No.
My group was more in the battle lines, anyways. This is more.
I have a gun, dude.
This is more the
Well-
scouting stuff.
My handwriting wasn't always great.
I feel like I should be good at this. I do this all the time.
Well, your brain feel funny.
Yeah, my wisdom, not my intelligence. I'm still smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Isaac, you don't really recognize this one, but there is a large library of things that they can do stuff with, so you're not sure.
I wonder if we burn this one, it'll stop the others from spreading. You know, like a starting point.
So, I'm going to point down the path and make an X with my hands,
Don't go down the path.
and I'm gonna like all of us and point up.
You want us to leave?
Thumbs up.
Gotcha.
All
Red
right.
says we're out.
All right, that's why I was thinking the first place.
We
Let's
have to
get
go
out of here.
back through the spores?
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have to technically. I could teleport us back
Ah.
to the royal city, and then we
Ah.
could just head back to the portal from there, and then go
Listen,
back to here.
at
It'll take
least
a
this
little
is not
longer, but
someplace we
can do
want to be.
that.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I mean, this is not someplace we want to be. There's bad stuff down here. I lost a lot of good kids to stuff down here.
Well, how long is the teleporting thing gonna take? Don't you have to draw stuff?
I do have to draw. Yes, it does take me a good portion of time. To be precise, it takes me. It takes me a minute.
Okay.
Oh, a minute. Okay, that's faster than brooming it up.
Yes,
And you
it
can
is.
take all of us out?
Oh yes,
Okay.
All right,
as long as you
Sounds-
step onto it within the 6-second duration that it's finished, then yes.
sounds good. Everyone,
Where can you drop? Where are we dropping at?
On any surface really, just as long as it's a mostly flat surface.
Cool. Can you drop us right back out of right outside the teleporter again?
It has to be no, it has to be to another teleportation circle.
Oh.
Hence the one in the royal city.
At your guild.
At our guild.
Specifically.
Specifically that one.
All right, better than breathing spore shrooms of.
Well, we would have
Mhm.
to. That's
All right.
Again, it's a little.
I'm gonna say
it's a
I
little
know that
ways
you have
away.
it. I know that you have it. I understand that this is the easiest way to do things and the safest way to do things. I think we should go back through and go back up because it's going to look real bad on us if we just teleport out and then teleport right back and then walk right back in the other side.
Okay,
Let's
Sure.
just go back. My
I don't
vote
know
is we
if
just
that
go
would
back
look
up the
bad.
hole, out, tell Rooney he's still waiting on us right there. This needs to be sealed up.
I mean, at least you could also send a message to Rooney and let him know that we have to dip out that way, and we'll meet him back at the gate.
Kath, I am unable to really speak, but can I write?
Can you write language?
My intelligence is 8. I should be able to write still.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
really, you not being able to talk was kind of, I thought, for flavor. So if you want to write,
Yeah.
you can write.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the paper that they were using to draw stuff, and I'm gonna write down. We need to tell them we have proof. Mind flayers are messing with them.
I need everyone to roll me perception checks, please.
I'm wonderful
Alright.
at this.
I perceive.
I perceive.
Go get him, 10.
I perceive real good.
I am average.
Red and Verdant, as Red is sharing this piece of paper with everyone, you catch a sound coming from across the bridge. It sounds like a kind of higher pitched voice, almost like an echo, calling out for help. Just barely
Oh no. We're at a
on the other
spooky
side
place.
of the bridge.
It's using like illusion magic to get us in there.
Higher pitched
this a-
voice.
Is this a familiar tactic?
No, not usually. Unless there is someone captured, they don't usually speak.
Human minimum, by the way, is 3 for intelligence for speaking.
That's why I said it was for flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, so Red can speak.
No,
Technically,
he said
but
he
it's flavored.
couldn't.
Flavor-wise, he says no.
Gets so aggravated, finds speech.
Gets so mad he talks.
You ever, so it's like you ever pissed somebody off so badly they remembered how to talk?
So,
Alright, Abaddon,
Red
you're
and
the ma-
Verdant.
Yeah, Abaddon, you're the magic guy. Was that a legit cry for help, or was that an illusion magic, deceptive cry for help?
Can I tell?
You
Yeah,
couldn't
but-
hear anything, Abaddon. You didn't hear it.
Well,
No, I could not. So what?
because I heard cry for help over there.
Alright. Kath,
I didn't.
I know this stuff.
Mhm.
Would I be able to tell if it's legit or not? Would that be an insight check?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Incite it up.
17, holy shit!
It
Yeah.
sounded real,
Ah.
like a child.
I'm going to stealth and move up.
Okay.
All right, I'll move up too.
And now he's gone. Hey.
What?
If you're moving, do it quietly. We are in a very bad place.
I'm not good at stealth.
Yeah,
Give Red a mi-
you
give Red a
learn to
minute.
Do stealth. I don't know.
I can't
Yeah,
do
buddy.
stealth either.
I walk up to
Yes.
Verdant and like slap him on the back and be like, "Be good at stealth." And I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hey.
I still have a bardic inspiration, so this ought to be great. Here, hold
It
on.
lasts for 10 minutes. So
So I don't
Has
think
it
you
been-
have it anymore.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Yay!
No.
Wait, what do I also add with bardic inspiration?
you don't need to roll it if you don't want to, but it's a D6 if you want to roll it.
Oh my god, Isaac, no.
Oh my! Well, there that goes.
My
That's out the window.
disadvantage.
Isaac, were you following everybody?
I started to. Apparently, I hit my foot on a rock.
Isaac,
All right,
you were like,
'cause I
I
was like-
got this as Verdant starts to stealth behind Red as Red and Verdant go off. And Isaac, you just kind of hit a mushroom on the ground that was a little thicker than you thought it was going to be. And you just go
Oh.
right onto it. And you are now covered in mushroom goo.
Ooh.
And you
No.
made a lot of noise when you crashed into the ground.
I'll
Shit.
prestidigitation
That's so
him off.
stupid mushroom. This freaking Underdark. I hated it here.
Did I get far enough away from them for this to happen? I'm really fast.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Red, you're everybody's rolling their own stealth check, so it's not like you're all moving as a group. So you
Yeah, I mean,
Red has booked it. Abaddon is with you, Verdant, because Abaddon's really stealthy as well. So you and Abaddon are kind of
I
neck
rolled
and neck.
I rolled a 20, so
Mhm.
I'm gone, bro.
Yeah,
How
so
are
you and
Elise and
Verdant-
Marcos?
They're not gonna leave you. They were like, we're not stealthy.
Stealth is bullshit, anyways. Stands up, shakes his arm. All right, let's go.
Let's just wait for them to come back. We're okay here, right? For like a second.
I'm gonna tell you right now. As soon as we entered that hole, we are okay nowhere.
Hmm. Well, we can follow them slowly.
That's.
Let's give them.
I'm a
minute.
dwarf. I got little legs.
All right, that's fair. So your little party of 3, Marco, Elise, and you, begin to follow the stealthy party unstealthily. So you are taking your time to follow them, but the stealthy
Yeah.
party is kind of skyrocketing ahead towards the perceived sound of a dwarven child calling for help.
I will say, I know we know that we're not stealthy,
Mm.
so we're gonna try to give them a little bit of leeway against us. So we're like, all right, little slower. Okay, that should be good.
Mm-hmm. So for Red, Verdant, and Abaddon, Red, you are booking it first, right?
Yes.
You're getting ahead of everybody. Let me switch your map. Is it this one? Oh, I have no tokens in this scene. Oops, hang on.
Yep, neither do I.
Hold on. I forgot to grab your tokens. Hang on. The darkness calls to us. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
Ellen, I don't answer calls.
Hang on. Hang on. I just put everybody's token in here. That's not where everybody is standing. Hang on. Oops. No, Marco, get back in there. And then you, and then you, and then you, and then Red. Red, you're the furthest one. So, also Verdant,
Yeah,
you don't have dark vision, correct?
I don't.
How are you seeing? You left Isaac. You are walking down this dark thing, this dark bridge leading down the way. How are you perceiving?
Just holding on that Abaddon's cloak.
Aren't there like purple flames that make me see, or
No. Why would there
Those-
be?
the sconces don't produce light?
I mean, there's occasionally a little bit of light, but this is a dark area. It's technically pitch black. No one's been here in a very long time.
But we're stealthing it, Kath.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop your sight. It just helps people not see you.
That's a problem.
Are you holding
Alright.
onto Abaddon's cloak?
I am.
Abaddon, Verdant,
I can't
as
can't see.
soon as the light kind of dims out, your dark vision like kicks in full force, and you just feel Verdant grab onto your cloak.
I can't see. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just be quiet.
All right. So you all
Have
are
we-
making your way. What were you saying?
Have we made it to these yet? My little party down here.
No, you guys were further back.
Cool. Because when we get up there, I want to do a history check and to
Mhm.
see the craftsmanship of it. Because there is a difference between Duragar and dwarves. I'm trying to see if this was
Mm.
old dwarves that tunneled too far down into the Underdark, or this was straightforward Duragar make.
Sure. All right, so Red. The first thing you see is this path that's kind of over a chasm that you can't really see down of. You do see these dwarven statues to your left and to your right, kind of holding the bridge, and there are places in front of them where fire could be, but it is obviously out at this point as no one has been taking care of it. Everything seems extremely old. There's old spider webs on everything. Things are cracked, not well taken care of. This is obviously a forgotten area that people are no longer keeping up with. Another thing that you see is that there does appear to be like a coolness in the air, but it's also extremely still. With everyone's successful stealth check, as you kind of go up on the bridge, you do see that they haven't noticed you yet. There appear to be a couple warped creatures that are vaguely humanoid, kind of slowly meandering along the stone's worked surface. And it is all extremely worked under you. This looks like it was at one point a really nice location. Red, please give me a survival check on if you can tell what these are.
13.
You recognize them, kind of. You know what a Nothic is. It's a kind of monstrous creature that has talons and a single big eyeball. But this one's different. It's kind of, it seems to be twisted. pieces of its flesh are kind of like hanging a little bit, and you can see like tendrils hanging from their face, and even from this distance you can hear them as if they're just jabbering like some kind of gibberish, and it's their sound is kind of reverberating through the ground, and their claws are ticking all over the place. They seem to be just kind of walking around aimlessly. And you do see that there are several fallen Grimlocks around that they are currently eating the brains out of.
I know what Grimlocks are.
Mm-hmm. And these things are currently eating those things.
Oh.
As Verdant and Abaddon are starting to catch up to you, because I'm assuming you kind of slowed and stopped to watch them.
I'm checking like this area for traps.
Okay.
I'm just like to perceive.
You do not perceive any traps. All you can really see in this area are those creatures. At this point, Verdant and Abaddon kind of come up to your area, and now you both begin to see these creatures over there as they're meandering around. They don't notice your party yet, which is pretty good. So that's what you guys see. Now, what do you guys want to do?
Do I see anything that would have remotely been the one that called for help, or?
Not here.
Do I know if these things can mimic human speech?
Yeah,
I mean, as far as you know, Nothics know Undercommon. They can speak Undercommon. So.
Oh, I know Undercommon.
The fuck?
The paladin knows Undercommon. Okay.
Yes, it's good to know as a lawman.
I don't. That's crazy.
That is not a language of the law, man.
Admit it.
My city
Admit it.
watch, my city
You
watch
found that in the princess's library.
my
and
city
you
watch
took it.
trait gives me that language. So yeah.
But yeah, you three are kind of huddled together, and they haven't noticed you yet.
Okay. How far away am I from these things? Pretty far. So, do I know like how strong Nothics are?
Nothics are, I mean, you don't think they're that strong. They're, just medium aberration type creatures. Usually they
my
have.
first thought is like if they're preying on Grimlocks, they're nothing.
The only thing that you probably want to be careful of it if it's the same is that Nothics did have a kind of icky gaze to them. If they see a creature in front of them, usually they start to take damage. So the eyes need to be avoided.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try and assassinate this one.
Okay. As you begin to kind of move forward, one of the creatures, they suddenly twitch. One of the ones that's eating one of the Grimlocks, you see them twitch, and in the voice of a dwarven child, "Don't go into the garden. Papa said it's sick," before it snaps into some kind of shrill, unintelligible laughter. And then it goes back to eating the Grimlock and trying to suck its brains out.
So it was these things. Okay.
Yeah, that's not very epic. I don't like that at all.
No, I'm not a fan. Okay. Okay. And they said that like in a dwarven child's voice.
Yeah, perfectly the sound of a dwarven's child's voice.
Yeah, I'm going to stealth to this one and just try and take it out.
Okay. Let's see if they...
Unless like when I get closer, if I see anything like even more scary, I'll peel back. But
let's see. So you're essentially wanting to do a surprise round.
yes.
Okay.
If I see him go
Abaddon,
in, I'll go in. Yeah.
please give me an Arcana check, Abaddon.
Okay. Do one.
Cool. Red, you are starting to sneak up on that creature there. Abaddon, you are kind of listening to the creatures trying to catch anything that they're saying. And through their psychic mutterings, you kind of are gathering something that they're here to do. And it's kind of woven into their words a little bit. Something about, and you might want to write this down.
Got you.
Something about a a stone, and then a ward, and then shatter.
Oh, I think I know what that means.
And that's you're kind of catching that little snippets of whatever they're jibber jabbering, and it's kind of like in their speech. You can kind of hear all of them say these things every now and then. So it is something that they're doing as a pack. Red, as you are getting closer, you do notice that there are more of these little creatures further on. You can't see them yet, but you can definitely hear a couple to your left and a couple to your north and a couple to the right. So there's more than just these two right here.
Okay. Seeing that there's a lot of them, I'm gonna start heading back.
Okay, they had not noticed you yet, so that is fine. About this time, you all are hearing Isaac and the rest of the party coming across the bridge.
Okay, can I turn around as soon as I hear them and cast a message towards Isaac?
Hold on. Let's jump over to Isaac. So Isaac,
Okay.
you have your sconce in your back, and you and Elise and Marco have been meandering across this bridge towards your friends. You do notice these statues as you're kind of going across the bridge here, but you are a literal walking torch.
Yeah. Do I get my roll? I want to see the if I can tell the history of this and see if this is Dwarven make or Duragar make.
Sure. And this would be why it took you a little bit longer to catch up with everybody.
Yeah, and I'll use my stone cunning too. Boop. That's a nat 1, dear God. +5, 15.
You are unsure.
Damn.
But I mean, it looks really nice, whoever made it.
So insulted right now.
Looks really nice. You like the craftsmanship.
I'm sure Rudy knows.
It's actually kind of offensive to you that this place was left abandoned with how nice this craftsmanship is. So as Abaddon, Verdant, and Red, you have kind of snuck back, and you can just now start to see Isaac's light in the distance coming across the bridge.
Okay. Can I cast the message to Isaac?
How far does message reach?
120 feet.
Okay, yeah. You can probably reach Isaac at this point.
Okay. I will say, Isaac, it's Abaddon. Pause for a second. There are a lot of things on the other side of this bridge, and I don't think we are crossing it. I don't know though, so just hold position for a moment.
Isaac,
Fly's message.
I'll signal for them to hold. Do you want to try to funnel them on the bridge?
I'll cast message again, and this is all whispering.
Mhm.
I unsure. I will converse with the others.
All right, well, wait. Now I'll tell Elise and Marco that there's a lot of bad things up ahead. We're going to wait for them to give the signal to either come that way or stay, and they'll come to us.
Okay.
I will ask these two. So, are we wanting to push forward, or are we heading back? What's the plan here?
How I'm looking at Abaddon. How messed up does he look?
Maybe like a bad Tuesday. He's not dying.
Well, I need him to stop being either good or dying. I need him to.
I'm at the in between point right now.
Yeah.
Right
He's
where I need
kinda,
him. Right where I need him.
I'm in the middle right now.
That's why I said,
Okay.
Feel
I'm
that?
okay, but I did get battered by Isaac, so
Okay, so
I'm going to buy you
that-
some really nice tea later for that, okay?
So I'm down for the fight, but like, so Kath, you said I know about these things. Do I know if they're like, are they like an individual monster, or do they like, are they like a kobold and they serve other things if they can? And like, I'm noticing tendrils on them, like tentacles.
yeah, coming out of their flesh in random places.
Okay, see, that's the part that bothers me here.
That is not a normal thing for a Nothic. I just
No,
want
it's
you
not.
To know.
It's not. Yeah. We need. I'll take. We need to get message to Rooney that there's elven influence down here. They need to know this. But I guess it doesn't matter if we don't solve the problem. Okay. All right. I'm going to point to myself and pull out my axes.
Mm-hmm.
Point, and I'm gonna make some chopping, and then I'm going to like walk back here.
Where are we walking?
I'm gonna lead them
to
to us. That's
Oh.
that's what I'm miming to them.
I see.
So, are we fighting here? Is what you're asking?
Yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Up.
Okay, so you want to lure them here?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, we could do that, and then I could wait and fireball them all. Thumbs up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start going up to take this one out.
Okay, Verdant, back up maybe a bit so I don't blast you as well.
Okay. I will back up.
Now remember, it's
Over
dark,
here.
Verdant. So like you let go of his cloak and you are fumbling on the bridge in the direction you think
I
he
just
pointed you.
Head towards Isaac's left. 'Cause he's on the other side of the bridge, so just head that way.
As soon as Isaac.
I'll message Isaac too and let him know we are going to be funneling them to our location at the very end of the bridge. So, yeah, you guys can march forward. Maybe try to be a little quieter. Actually, I don't think it matters. Just come to us.
All right. As soon as anyone starts their sneak attack, I'm gonna cast daylight on my halberd because I'm getting frustrated with the dark.
Okay, but Isaac currently has a torch on his back.
Yeah, but it'll get their attention.
I see
would
these
say.
sconces on these statues. Would I
Yeah,
be
that's
able to
the
light
thing.
them through my torch?
No, there's no fuel to light.
There's no oil or anything.
It's all dried out. This has
Tragic.
been
Alright.
left for a very long time.
All right. All right, then we'll start moving your way. All right, guys. Apparently, we're gonna fight these things, so get ready for a fight. We're gonna move up, and I assume go towards the battle music.
Yeah.
All right, Red. So you said you're going to sneak up on this one, right?
Yep. And before I go, like while I'm back here, I'm going to Hunter's Market.
Sure. So this one in front of you is currently hunter's marked. And you get your sneak attack essentially, so.
All right. Actually, Kath, I changed my mind. I'm gonna use Sacred Weapon as soon as I hear commotion, and that the sneak attack has been activated.
DM, I have a question real quick.
Red, you hit. Please roll damage. Yes, Isaac.
I
My
am trying to
God.
remember.
20, 44 plus 5, 49.
Okay, finish your thought process, Isaac.
I bought Marco a blade.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. I think it was a moon blade.
Uh-huh.
That should give him light, shouldn't it?
He doesn't currently have it unsheathed. Let me see. I'll look.
Because if he does have it, Isaac will remind him that he has that, so he'll have a light.
Mm,
So remember, I got him a sword that specifically has light on it.
Who, me?
No,
Oh, Marco.
Marco.
Yeah,
Oh.
Marco's got.
He bought a sword to upgrade your NPC party member.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because we
okay.
like our NPCs.
Mm-hmm. So Marco's like, oh yeah, what's the word for that again? Aziz light.
Does he just rip it out of the scavenger as he's like, rip it out?
I got it.
Shit, that's bright.
He's never had to use it before. Okay, so
Nice.
Red, as you kind of sneak up on this creature, and he is currently like hunched over the creature in front of it, and it's currently, munching on his brain, trying to do its weird little brain.
Oh, it's like it's
sucking.
going after the brain specifically. Ah, man, I gotta kill this thing.
So, it has just a second to kind of look up at you, and its eye is like a pinkish red hue, which is definitely not the color of a normal Nothic eye. Like, this one's kind of like fully colored over. There's no iris that you can see, and you just, as quietly as you can, shove your axe into the eye, straight into its brain, and kind of rip out the side. Eye coming out with everything as well. And the creature just kind of goes and falls over dead.
Well, I'm gonna like catch it and like pull it over here so it can't be seen. Guys, I'm doing rogue shit.
I know, right? That's
I
do it
just
again.
straight up-
Do it again.
Straight up assassinate that son of a bitch.
Now,
Right.
at this point, I'm gonna need you to roll me a new stealth check.
Sure.
I'm just waiting.
Cass
here.
over here like, hold on.
By the way, I'm fucking gone. 28.
Mm-hmm. So
It's like, hold on, I don't like this.
You quietly kill this one. So this one is now perished. But at that same time, as soon as you kill this one, you kind of hear all the other ones stop chattering for a second. And you kind of like hide behind this pillar, and you can hear them like their sound stops and then suddenly gets really loud as if they're trying to talk to each other. So with your, go ahead and give me a survival check. Never mind.
11.
And so now they're kind of chittering a little bit louder, and you can see them from your hiding place looking around a lot more aggressively.
Okay.
and they are starting to meander in your direction.
Okay, so the jig is probably up on that end. It's fine. When this one starts getting closer,
Which one? This one?
this one,
Uh-huh.
I want to surprise round it if I can.
He finally gets to do rogue shit. He's like, I'm gonna get every one of them I can.
Sure. So we're going to move all of them up just a little bit. I said move up a little bit. There we go. And Red, as you're kind of hiding behind this pillar, you see this one coming down the stairs. And it looks a lot more alert. You can see his eye is kind of roving left and right, trying to catch sight of anything. And you have one quick surprise round, but it is going to screech. So it's going to reveal everything else to all of its other little friends. But go ahead and roll an attack.
Not if he kills it.
18.
Yes, an 18 does hit.
So I'll do that. So 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then follow-up swing. 14.
A 14 misses, I'm sorry.
Well, a good thing I got a bonus action.
20
20.
hits.
Axe, wounded, sneak attack. $14.
Okay, so that was 14 and 14 damage.
Yes. 11 and 14.
11 and 14. Okay. So with your 11 and 14 damage, you cut into the creature. Its skin is pretty soft, honestly, minus the spikes on its back. So the first creature, you aimed straight for its eyeball and kind of cut into it and hit its brain. This one uses its spikes to kind of help defend itself, and it deflects one of your attacks. And so they are now gazing at you. Agar. So we're going to roll initiatives here in just 1 second. Let me get everyone added.
Can I finish my turn?
Yes. I'm going to get
Okay.
everyone added. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Everybody, please roll initiatives.
All right.
Is our group caught up to the initiative order yet?
Yep, you all are caught up.
Oh my god. Why? I was like prepping my spell and everything.
I have been holding, by the way, Kat, this whole time my spell. I'm waiting for them to
I
come
also
back,
have been
so-
holding.
Mm-hmm. So Red, do you make any noise when you start rushing back?
Um,
I just saw the name.
Yeah. I didn't name it that.
Shitty
I didn't name it
corrupted
that.
nonsense.
I don't see any names. I'm worried now.
Shitty mind flare.
Yeah, it's called a shitty mind flare.
Corrupted not.
Oh. Well. Oh no. Okay.
Don't worry, bro. It's shitty. It's fine.
It's shitty. It was never good.
I think a shitty mind flare still kind of beats our ass.
No. Shitty mind flare corrupted Nothic.
Oh.
You don't know that in game yet. That's just
Yeah,
what it's called.
Okay.
That's funny.
One of those squids around here somewhere. All right.
All right, so Abaddon, you see Red do this, and then he is starting to book it back towards you.
Okay,
This thing
I'm-
is still alive, but wounded. And what are you doing?
Who, me?
You have your surprise round really quick if you wanted to shoot something off. Otherwise, we're going into order.
No, I was holding in the surprise round. I'm holding and waiting until they all come closer and bundle up more.
Okay, Verdant. You hear a little bit of combat up across the bridge. What are you doing?
I cast Sacred Weapons so I could see first.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have a 20 feet bright light and 20 feet dim light beyond that. And now I can see.
Okay.
So then after that, I charge forward.
Well, remember your party wanted you to stay on the bridge to funnel.
Yeah,
But you
there's-
do whatever you want.
there's all kinds of. Well,
You know what? You do you, buddy.
I'm on my broom so I could fly away.
said-
no,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
no, I'm just
Don't
gonna
get
hold.
knocked off your broom into that abyss. You will die.
I will. So I'm just gonna hold position. I don't trust myself.
All right, so top of the order, Isaac.
I cannot see shit. So
Well,
You
no,
want to move
aren't
forward?
you close to me?
yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
as in
start.
he literally can't see.
No.
Dark vision is only 60 feet.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but my light goes 80 feet, technically.
I'm gonna move up my full 35. Yep,
Okay.
still can't see shit.
Yeah, how far
It
is-
doesn't seem that they've funneled yet.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, my light goes as far as here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put out this. I'll put it out. I'm gonna yell down to him. Funnel up this way,
Okay.
and then I'll in turn.
Funnel them up. Funnel them up.
All right, Red, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Well, think I kind of expected it to go ahead of me, so if it's my turn,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to 15 and swing at this one again.
Okay.
Try
Go
and
to
just
sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
just gonna try and kill it.
That hits.
That's a crit.
Give me your
Because my
damage.
butcher's bib.
Mm-hmm.
Tic-tac, eh.
Give me all your damage.
15, 30, 40.
Okay. So you jump back and quickly knock this one in the head before he has a chance to continue following you. And what are you doing? You
I'm just
see
gonna go-
many more coming towards you.
I'll just be like playing my axes together a little bit, then movement to here. And then I can bonus to here.
Awesome. Okay. It is the creature's turns now. And they are funneling towards you all pretty fast.
All right, I'll be right back. I get this restroom real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Bug.
Hold on, there's a lot of them. I just gotta move them. Give me a second.
Bad bugs. Bad bugs.
Hang on, I'm just moving them. Give me a second. There's a lot of them in here. Hang on, hang on. All right. We are no longer in surprise round, so we are doing the stuff. Let's see.
Okay, can my attack go off then, Kath?
What is your attack again?
I said as soon as I see a bunch of them grouped up together moving to range, I'm blasting them.
Okay. You can try.
Okay. They're going to have a lot of fun with this. So I send out a fireball. But I'm going to twin cast it. I'm sending 2 out.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, what's the radius? 20? Well, that can hit more than I thought it would. Wonderful. It's going to be 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
And another one. Oh, I can't hit those 2 together. That's fine. I'm just going to do it like this. Sure.
Okay.
So these 2 in the middle are going to have a rough time.
Mm-hmm. What's the save?
It's 19 dex.
Did you just double cast Fireball?
Yes.
Rad.
Unfortunately, these are dex creatures.
That's fine. They're still going to take half.
So roll the one on the left and then roll the one on the right for how much damage we're taking.
Okay, the left is dice and you fall, 29. And then the one on the right is going to be 36.
Mhm. Thank you, good sir. Three, 4, 5.
Hand it back.
Welcome. Abaddon's casting Fireball.
Fireball.
Yep. So he is casting his action.
Fireball.
Tequila.
Just 1 second, please.
As the whole room's about to light up.
Now, you're using this as a reaction. Are you able to twin spell as a reaction?
No, I was holding my surprise round action.
Right, but in D&D 5e, held actions are referred to as using the ready action. So you readied an action. How are you
Oh,
also
she's
twin
right.
spelling it? You can't twin
You're-
spell a readied action.
Yeah, you're only going to be able to use one.
Yeah.
There's always something
It's just-
blocking him from twin spelling fireballs.
Well, no, he can twin spell fireball on his turn.
Yeah, but it's not your turn. This is a readied
you have,
action.
You have to have action. You have to have access to a bonus action, and a readied
No.
action uses your reaction.
It's not a bonus or anything. It's a special thing. It's just whenever I cast a spell.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
With your meta magic, right?
Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
a special
so-
thing. It's not a bonus action or anything. It's just in the other. It says you can spend a source of points equal to this. Oh, I need to spend more than I thought. Yeah, you need to spend source of points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature in range of the same spell as long as spell's first level has been cast. It's capable of targeting more than one creature.
Oh, on twin spell?
Yes.
Twin spell doesn't
Twin
work on fireball.
Never mind. God damn it. Okay, well, I will just do this one. That was the one I'm doing.
I wasn't trying to make it less cool. I'm sorry. I just
No,
just
I
double
forgot
checking.
that fireball doesn't work with it. I was thinking firebolt because I always did firebolt twin spell.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can quicken spell fireball.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything right now.
I'm sorry it made you so sad.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So you hit these 4 over here. Cool.
Yes,
cool.
which would be the 41 then, because I added the 5 to the first, but it's the one on the right because I wanted to hit the most, so 41 damage.
All right, so Abaddon, you use your reaction to cast your fireball as they are moving closer, and they all seem to take it without too much of an issue, but you do see that they are quite singed. But it's almost like they don't seem to notice the pain. Not that they're not taking damage, but that they're probably not mentally there to understand it. You
No
feel me?
pain, no gain.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay. All right, so that it's still their turn because you interrupted theirs with your reaction. So now, this guy is going to do a thing in this direction. Hold on. Red, please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
Thank you,
5.
sir.
Please don't die.
yeah, I'm trying not to.
Could you try harder? Like I'm all for C's get degrees, but I'm gonna need you to put a little extra out there right now.
Give me 1 second. Red, you are taking 7 damage. And you are stunned until the end of its next turn.
Oh, boy.
That's unfortunate.
Oh crap. Form up.
So you're all nice and prettily stunned here, Red. There's a stunned one. Nice. There we go. All right. So Red, you're stunned. As this thing kind of looks at Red and Abaddon after you blasted that group of them, you see that its eyeball kind of focuses in on Red, and you don't see anything physically, but you can feel a pulse was sent through the air, and it hit Red dead center.
Mm.
And then that was its turn. And then these other ones are going to continue their movement forward. There we go. And that is where we currently are. Next up in the order, as these terrible looking things are kind of rushing forward, Abaddon, it is your turn, my dear friend.
Okay. I could do another fireball.
Red's right there.
Yeah, I won't hit him.
You could do another fireball.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball. This one's gonna be a little bigger, so I'm gonna kind of float off the ground a little bit so I can see above Red's head. Pull fire around me.
Okay.
I'm going to.
By the way, you back there in the back of the bridge, you can see Abaddon casting fire. Just letting you know.
Oh yes.
Shit's getting toasty up there.
Yeah, just a little. It's fine.
And it doesn't seem that your party members are funneling them down the bridge like they said.
I never follow a plan.
We didn't say exactly where the bridge.
We're funneling them to the bridge. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm going to do this.
I know what it was supposed to be, Kath.
Wonderful. I am going to re-roll a few of those dice using Empowered Spell, which is 1 sorcery point. And I'm going to re-roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to re-roll 5 of them, which is the 3 2s and the 2 1s. They'll take off 8. So put that down to 21. Hopefully get something better. That's better.
So what's the total?
21. Well, I guess you could take off 8 from that. So that'll be 26 plus 15 is 41 fire damage.
Okay.
You have to make a dex save. Otherwise, they take half.
You said it was a 19?
19 dex save, yeah.
Dokey.
Did any of them pass?
Yes.
Most of them, or no?
Yeah.
Good. Wonderful.
I mean, not that you can really tell.
I mean, I
None
want
of
to
them are
know
dead.
if I want to do for silver bars, but I don't think I wanna, so.
Yeah. You kind of casted a giant big old spell and rained it down upon them, and And now their glowing pinkish red eyes are glaring at you and Red.
Wonderful. That's not what I want to do.
Is that everything you wish to do on your turn,
Uh,
sir?
I will back up 15 feet, and I'll float up another like 10 feet.
Okay.
Also, I do have to dip for now.
Oh, you have to leave now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go pick up people for a friend's birthday.
Okay. Sorry.
So somebody's got to control me. Sorry.
I will control
I
you.
know.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I
Goodbye.
will give Isaac though control over Silvery Barbs if he wishes. I have 3 first level spell slots left. Isaac.
So I could just
But-
silver barb shit.
Well, if you find something big, or if it's like a dire situation of like, oh yeah, this needs to miss or do something, whatever, have at ye.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And I wish to save Kath, by the way, at least one of my 7th or 6th level spell slots,
Okay.
preferably both, as much as I can, so that way if we
Mhm.
need to teleport out, I can. So
Okie dokie. I will make sure.
yes, okay, thanks. I gotta go. Bye bye, Kat.
Bye bye.
All right, so that was Abaddon's turn. Marco rushes forward, being like, Red, I'm coming! It's Elise's turn. She's going to be not as exuberant, and she's going to go like, Isaac, are we moving up?
Yep.
Yup.
Okay, so she's gonna move up.
Move up.
And then that's Verdon's turn. Verdon, what do you want to do?
My turn. I'm gonna fly.
So you have
Oh, God.
60 feet.
I have 60 feet. I thought I had 50.
I thought your broom was a 60-foot broom.
Let me double check. No, it's 50 feet.
Okay, then 50. Thinking of something else.
Yeah. So I will schmoove. Am I able to stand here, or is this like half a tile? Like how wide is the bridge? Is it?
It's 3 blocks across. If you're
3
standing in
blocks.
between those sconces.
Oh, okay. But this is like 4 blocks without the sconces.
Right.
Because I want to like form a wall-ish.
Sure.
I'll just fly over here for now.
Okay. So that's where you
Um,
are with your glowing halberd.
Yeah, shiny halberd.
Mhm.
I can't really do anything except for prep spells. So, but I'm already using the concentration spell.
Yep.
So frick my life. You know what? I can. Let me just double check. Okay. Perfect. So Red is paralyzed, right?
You don't know that, no.
Oh, crap. Well, Red is ahead, and a lot of creepy crawlies are surrounding him, so I'm going to cast Sanctuary as a bonus action on him.
The concentration.
No, it's not concentration. I double-checked.
Okay.
So yes, any creature who targets Red, has to make a Wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Red is within 30 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Bada
Red?
boom.
You have a sanctuary on you. You are about to get wrecked.
Yep.
I don't have a button for that, so I'm just going to give you this one and pretend that it's sanctuary.
What does sanctuary do?
Prevents
Say-
all
Those who
attacks.
attack me, they have to make a save versus his spell DC. If they fail, they got to pick a new target, or if they can't, they lose the attack.
So what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 14.
Cool. Okay. Red, you feel protected.
Yeah, protection.
Anything
Thanks,
else?
Elise.
Anything else you did on your turn, Verdon?
I wish.
You moved. You casted. You have a bonus.
I could have. Well, I used my bonus on as Sanctuary. My my action would have been lay on hands if I could reach Abaddon, but he's just out of my reach.
You could use your action to dash and get up there closer.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I'll do that. How close do I want to move? They're scary. I'll move beside Abaddon and protect Elise. That's my dash. Because Red Sanctuary, they should be fine. I hope.
Okay. Isaac,
Wait.
it's your turn, friend.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
Ah, well, first of all, my cleric's up there. I better be up there too.
Alright.
Excuse me, Abaddon. I'm just gonna go ahead and come on up here.
Well, he's
Excuse me,
floating in
Abaddon.
the air, so.
Just walk up under Abaddon. Excuse me. All right.
You see Red up here facing down a couple of the little critters. What you want to do?
Is there any of the critters looking like they're doing anything?
I mean, they're all coming towards Red, about to ransack his entire face.
Not good.
Well, that's not good at all.
Wait a second. So wait, Red's... well, to me anyway, he just looks like he's frozen in place.
No, he's fine. He's just stunned. Stunned isn't frozen.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Alright.
I don't like that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hit him with my javelin of lightning.
Through Red Square?
I'm gonna go right over the top of him.
Damn. If that hits, that'll be impressive.
Of course, with a reckless, that's to give itself advantage.
Okay.
It's a 12 hit.
Trick shot.
Damn it! I fumbled.
Isaac, does the javelin lighting hit in a straight line?
Unfortunately, it looks like D&D does not have a general penalty for shooting through an ally's square.
Oh no, it doesn't.
So
Because 5th edition wants you to have fun, unlike 3.5.
that's so sad.
Hey.
That's so sad. I wanted to make you hit Red. All right.
No friendly fire for you.
So you miss with your 12.
All right. Oh, shit. All right, hold on.
So that was your action.
Yes. I have another one. Thank God I have 2 javelin of lightnings. And I felt like I might have almost hit him on that one, so I'm going to go aim for this one over here.
Okay. You probably missed because you were trying not to hit Red.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it off to the left here.
Red, that did kind of graze you.
Much better.
26 does hit.
Yeah.
And boop. And
That is so sad.
18. And the DC of 13 for dexterity. And if they make the dexterity check, they save half of that.
Yeah, he made his dex
Actually-
check.
Okay, so first off, 2 off of that, so 16 because I'm not currently raging,
Mm-hmm.
and then half of that, so 8.
8. Got it. Okay.
Let me make sure that's off real quick. There we go. Fix that properly.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, it looks like we're about to get into a scrap here. I'm going to go ahead and yeah, that'll end my turn.
Red, you are stunned. I'm sorry, that is your whole turn. It is now their turn.
Go Sanctuary! Woohoo!
Well, let me just scooch all these guys up here and see how many I can get next to you, Red.
Yeah.
You better hope they're wise.
Better hope they're not wise.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
about
my
to say,
God.
why are you wishing him death right now?
No, I'm saying from your perspective, Kath.
Vernon's had enough of red shit.
Kath, I was speaking up for you.
Is this
Is there-
payback for the elk?
No.
Okay, and this was what am I rolling in? Wisdom? Is that what yours for?
Wisdom 14.
Yes. You
Wisdom
gotta beat 14 with wisdom.
Luckily, they're not that wise.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, let's see.
Come on,
That
Sanctuary.
one misses,
Yeah.
and that one misses. So now,
Yeah.
this one attempted to attack Red with a multi-attack. So the first one is done. So this one is unable to hit Red. We're moving on to the second one now with a multi-attack. That one hits.
They get 2 each? That's so...
A multi-attack. The Nothing makes 2 claw attacks.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a runic shield.
Oh? You're shielding?
Yeah.
Shielding?
What does that do?
And I'm gonna force that attacker to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll.
Okay. Second one misses both of his attacks. Moving on to the third one. I hit. Does anybody want to play?
Let me check.
Hold on, so he passed the save.
He passed the save. I haven't actually hit you yet. I passed
yeah.
the save.
I used my reaction, so I can't do anything, and unless it's a crit,
It's not a crit.
I don't want to silvery barbs it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not within 5
Okay,
feet.
so now he's going to actually cut through it for the attack. And so the attack is a 18 to hit you.
I'm currently rocking a 16.
So then the damage for that slash attack is 6.
Okay.
So that was his first attack. His second one, let's see if we can get through your shield. Nope. Okay, so that's the third one. The fourth one does not get through the shield on the first attack. Does get through the shield on the second attack. Here is his actual attack. A 13 does not hit you, or it doesn't get through your skin anyway. So that is the finished of the fourth one. So the fifth and final one attacking you with his claws. He does get through the shield. He does hit you. That is 7 more points of slashing damage from the fifth one. And then the fifth one's second attack does not get through the shield. And then this guy can't do anything.
Yay!
So it's
Woohoo!
Abaddon's turn.
It's a solid play.
What did Abaddon say he wanted to do?
Save a 6th level.
Save
I
us
could
a
have the
second.
3. I could have the 3 first levels for silvery barbs. I think everything else was fair game.
Okay, then I'm gonna have him move in close quarters and attack with a dagger.
No, that's not that fair game.
Hold on, this seems like
Yeah.
pretty traditional Abaddon play to
Hold
me.
on.
Yeah, it seems
We said-
normal to me.
We said fair game. That's not very fair.
All right, all right.
It's gonna be real bad if he has to play this correctly.
I guess he will fire bolt the one to the left. He does hit.
Nice.
And this is just a cantrip, so I'm not breaking any rules.
No.
Uses his action, does...
26
Wow, I
damage.
do way
Solid.
more damage than he does when he rolls.
Right?
Holy crap!
That's pretty good.
I actually
wish you
killed
weren't-
the one.
Yeah.
Kath forgot to turn off the high rolls. It's like, oh, wait a second.
Oops. Right? What were you gonna say, Ren?
No, I don't remember anymore.
Okay, sorry.
As one just explodes next to Red.
Yeah, so the one to your left, Red, just kind of explodes.
Just-
You are not stunned anymore, by the way.
Rad.
You are still sanctuaried, though, until you attack. or
Until I
whatever.
attack.
So that's Abaddon's turn. It's Marco's turn. Marco's like, I got you, buddy. And he's coming up here, and he's gonna attack this one. Get him, Marco. So proud
Get
of
'em.
you. You're such a good
Gotcha, Marco.
lad. Please don't die.
Brave Marco.
Oh my god, that roll, that was almost a 1. Okay,
Wow.
Marco, you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
Stabs me.
I got you,
buddy.
Red. Stabs him in the
got
ass.
you, buddy. All right, Marco, let's go. He does
Yeah.
get 2 attacks now, so he has upgraded himself. So that was his first attack, 7
Woohoo.
damage. Here's his second attack. Nice.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
Crit. Oh my god.
Oh! Oh!
Oh my god.
Marco with the 24!
Let's
Marco
go.
comes up and finishes this one because, man, they're all pretty wounded from all the fire and everything. So Marco
Nice.
runs up, and Red, he's got you. He kills this one to your right.
I've never been surprised. Marco has always been swinging with us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Elise's turn. She sees that you did not take a lot of damage, so she's going to wait until somebody needs healing. And so now it's your turn, Verdant.
Yay. All right. I'm gonna go.
You can't go through their square. You can't go through
Yeah.
an enemy square.
Yeah. All right. If I go into this, if I go into this square, would that allow me to?
You can
Good
flank
advantage
from here if that's what you're
from there.
asking for.
Yeah. All right. I'll go there. Ooh.
So you get flanking on this one, which means you get
Flanking.
advantage. So you roll
Excellent.
2d20 and take the highest.
I'll go over here. Do I get super flank because I got 2 between us?
Super
That's
flank.
not how that works. And you can't pass through an enemy square.
Just runs
Wow.
through the battle. Super flank!
17
the
does
world?
hit. Give me your damage.
Damage. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. That was a mulligan.
That's not a mulligan.
oh, yeah,
That's not
I
how
also
that
s-
works.
Also had sacred weapon. I should have added +1. Anyway. I completely forget what I gotta pull up my notes.
Meg got confused, completely forgot how to play Paladin.
I completely forgot. Alright. I gotta put my other dice in. Because it doesn't freaking include my stuff. 1d6. Doesn't include that. +3. Alright. Damage.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
You're great.
13 damage. Let's go. They're
Bang.
still up.
So that's 1 hit.
Mhm,
I will attack once again.
mhm, mhm.
At advantage. It should be 15. I forgot to do the +1.
Why are you getting a +1?
Because of Sacred Weapon. I get a +1 to attack rolls.
Okay. The AC is 15, so you hit him.
Yeah! Alright. And then a repeat of last time.
Hmm.
Do I know if these creatures are fiends or anything, Kath? Or
Aberration.
aberrations? I can't do
So it
anything
doesn't
against
help
that.
you.
Tragic. Alright, another 16 damage. Is he dead? Did I kill him?
No. He's barely standing.
Alright, I will have to finish him off with a bonk.
How dare you roll higher than me, Cass? How dare you?
I rolled so much damage with your attack. It was insane.
I barely get past 20 half the time. And you come out here and you friggin' hit 24 damage?
29.
29.
29. My bad. 24 plus the 5. My
She
bad.
used a fireball with a firebolt.
I did.
I'm aware.
Finish off with the bonk. Bonk of Champions.
To be fair, they are D10s.
Nice. All right,
Fair.
this one is now dead. Good job, Verdante.
Also, use Chaos Bolt if there's a lot left.
There won't be, but okay.
Okay, well then just do Firebolt, I guess.
I will.
Okay, thanks.
Give
Bye.
eggs.
How much did I move so far? Probably too much. I
Yeah.
probably
You're
Man,
good
Abaddon's
where you
really
are.
phoning it in today, isn't he?
I know, right? Jeez.
I wanted
Louise.
to.
You moved like 40, so you don't really have much.
Yeah, I only have 10. Yeah.
So you can just stay where you are, buddy.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Next
Lost
up in the
my
order
heart.
is Isaac.
All right. I don't see anything behind us and everything else. So I'm gonna go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That was 25. And then I'm just gonna skirt around here so I'm not really out of their threat range.
Nice.
And I'm gonna go ahead and rage.
Rar.
Rawr.
You're so angry.
Angry boy.
Okay, well, who are we attacking? You get flanking on this one.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the ouchies first.
Okay.
Big ouchies.
I bet that's like my fourth nat one of the entire game today.
I'm gonna need you to stop rolling ones, Isaac.
Ooh.
Hold on. My next turn, I'm gonna change dice.
All right,
So
19 hits. Give me your damage.
And then a 1d6 because of my thing. Boop. Oh, yeah. Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 for that one.
Mm-hmm. He is still awake.
Go to sleep.
Arr. 17 hits.
Cool. $13 plus a d6. There's 15, 19 total damage on that one.
Okay. You successfully finish splatting that one.
All right. And that will end my turn on that one while I change my dice.
Okay. Red. You were stunned last turn, but thankfully, some kind of weird don't you unestablish and reestablish connection with me, Foundry.
It's been doing that to me a lot too.
You felt a shield around you protected you from a lot of the attacks last turn, which was great. And then your friends came up and splatted a lot of them around you. So there's only 2 left. From your memory, this one is the most undamaged one, as he was further up the stairs, and he didn't even take like a fireball to the face until he got down. So,
Did the one that stunned me already die?
yeah, he was this one.
Oh, okay. All right. And this one's pretty weak.
The one to your left is weak. He was hit with 2 fireballs.
Okay.
He got touched.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna remove it from the initiative order.
Not with,
13 isn't gonna hit.
not with that roll.
Try. Oh, I will. Actually, no. I'm gonna reckless that.
You already rolled, so this is your second one?
Okay.
Come on.
No, you come on.
You gotta call it before you roll it.
23.
23 hits.
Boom. Boom. Sneak attack damaged. For 14.
14. This one is still up. Its eye starting to turn towards you. 22 hits. Is that a reckless? Are you recklessing this one?
Nope. Because I hit him with my axe, he becomes it's a vexing attack, and the next attack has
Ah.
advantage.
Got it. Fair
my weapon
play,
mastery.
sir. Fair play. So that is 3 attacks. First one misses, and then the next 2 hit, and it goes splat.
That's my turn.
All right. It is the last of their turns. He is going to attempt to flee
Wow.
as he
Oh.
sees
This one here?
his
The skittery guy.
companions. Hang on.
Oh, if he leaves my threat range, I do get an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah, he's got three attack range,
Not if
ranges.
he disengages.
Well, I have a Polar Master.
Yeah, but disengaging means you don't get attack of opportunities.
What?
Hey, you get to disengage too. My enemies get to disengage. If you use it, I use it.
But I
We've
got
never used it, therefore he stays where he's at.
That you have used disengage many times. So
I don't know if I've.
I don't think I've ever disengaged anything.
I know Abaddon has. So this man is gonna start fleeing.
Can't be being punished for Abaddon's actions.
Eek. He's scared.
He's leaving.
Where are you going?
Can I
Oh, that's
Those-
the
He
dead
moved
one.
his-
Sorry,
he moved his
sorry,
corpse.
sorry. I moved the dead
He
one. Sorry,
yeeted his corpse.
Sorry,
God.
sorry, that was the
Oh,
dead
hold
one.
on.
Sorry.
corpses.
He doesn't. He only gets to move his movement.
Yeah, that was his movement. He gets to move the 30, and then he
80
can-
feet.
He was not 80 feet. I moved him 60 feet.
Wasn't he here?
No,
Yeah,
he's
he's
was
like
he?
right here. 30. They
That's
took off that
35.
way. That's 65. 70. Wherever
Okay,
he's
I
at, 'cause
did
you can't see
move
him.
the corpse for a second, so
The corpse was yeeted.
the corpse may have mistakenly pushed me in one direction, but
That's okay. I can still get him.
He's not faster than I am.
Yeah, he's done for.
but he did not provoke an attack of opportunity. So it was followed by a move action.
Mm-hmm.
One more, right? You said it's 65. There we go.
Yeah.
So he is attempting to flee.
Shame.
Yeah, come on. Where's the honor in that?
Get him, Red.
What are you talking about? He's an aberration.
Yeah.
It is Abaddon's turn. Abaddon doesn't really feel like chasing him down. He'll like float forward a little bit. And he'll wait and see what everyone else does. Marco's turn. Marco's like, "Get back here!" Wait, see, hang on. Why is that only 45 feet? He was supposed to
'Cause
go
you took a left.
60 feet. Oh, I did
'Cause you
take a
take-
left. You right.
Yeah. He was
Marco-
either in the
We
boat.
can't help if the monster doesn't know where he's going.
Get back here! Marco's gonna go, "Get back here!" That's all his turn he's
Marco
gonna
hunts
do.
him down like a dog.
Elise is gonna hold her action. It is now Verdon's turn.
Yeah.
Isaac and Red's influence has clearly got to Marco.
All right, so that's 45, and then bam, another 5 for
You
flanking.
cannot go through their square. Cross.
didn't.
Okay, I went diagonal.
You can't diagonal through their square.
I can't do this.
Hold on, Kath. You said at the beginning of this that these are all 5-foot increments. We are not moving through anything.
It's true.
Very well then. Very well.
Yay, I get to execute him. All right.
Kath, I love you dearly. I really do. We're killing your monster.
Get away from my monster.
No, he doesn't get to get away. He was eating brains. It's
We are going to fully surround it. It can't move through our square.
Go ahead. 20 hits.
excellent, excellent. All right,
How much
So-
damage to my baby?
I'm calculating it.
Congratulations,
crunch.
corpse.
Will crunch. Oh, that was awful.
Thank you for only doing 7 damage. Please continue.
Smite him.
You're gonna, bigger hit. Bigger hit. It's bigger.
That hits. Please give me your damage.
Come on. Bigger. Better. Stronger too. You got 14.
14. He's still up, still kicking, still
No.
looking at you with his
Gotta-
eyeball.
Eyeball. Well, he's gonna get bonked.
Uh-huh.
No mercy.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Mhm.
Big bonk. 12
12?
damage bonk.
He's still up.
not
No!
She's
Alright.
not gonna smite his ass. All right.
No.
Alright.
I wouldn't
I'll,
waste
I'll let
resource on-
someone else execute him.
All
Get him,
right.
Marco.
It's Isaac's turn.
Is he looking rough?
It's Isaac's turn.
I'm just gonna look at it and go, get him, Red.
It's Red's turn.
Consume.
Use me, Verdant.
Hi.
Okay,
I'm not walking all the way over there.
24.
24 hits. Was that your movement and dash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forget. I've got that now.
Nice.
22 damage.
All right, Red, you you want to tell us how you kill this thing?
So, out of all of this, when Isaac here says, go get him, Red, and the only thing Isaac hears from me, just like the little bitty words that peek through, don't run. You'll just die tired.
Oh my god.
And I just circle around and just bury both axes into his eyes. Into his eye.
Yep, the single eyeball in front of his face. All right. Congratulations, we are now out of combat. You have killed 7 of the weird, corrupted Nothics that you saw. You're out of combat. What do you guys want to do now?
It's a good question.
There is a
well,
big old door up here.
Well, I'm sure Isaac's gonna want to check out his dwarven brethren's cool
First of all,
citadel.
Elise, darling, could you please message Rooney and tell him we have Underdark
Yes.
things going on here?
She messages Rooney.
Yes, thank you, dear. We messaged Rooney. You lads want to come check out this door?
Yeah. Whee! Oh, that's a big door.
So,
Yeah.
part of me wonders what they were, what he was running to over here. While they're checking out the door before we do that, I want to come over here and like look around. Like, is there like a hole he was trying to get into to get through?
Sure. You can go ahead and give me a
Perceive.
perception check.
31.
So, from what you can kind of tell, this wall is worn. You don't see any holes in it, but maybe it intended to climb it because Nothics are pretty good at climbing. So,
Skittery guy.
'tis possible.
That's about.
Alrighty.
All right. So you guys come on up to the front door. I mean, it looks like a really, really nice door. What are you guys doing?
Well, Isaac.
Puts axe to the side. Well, might as well see what we got. And just slams his fist into it.
Can I stop him from doing that?
Sure.
I thought you would know how to open this thing.
I'm gonna grab his hand and look at him like, are you stupid?
Oh, you figured out how to use words again.
No, I'm just looking at you like that. That's the vibe. You don't even have to roll an insight check. That's the vibe you're getting
That's
from
a
me.
vibe check.
What? I want to open the door. Are we just gonna stand out here and play grab ass all day?
I mean, you're a dwarf. Wouldn't you know how to open big doors that doesn't involve punching them?
Oh my god. I wish I could talk.
I'll make
More
the motion
charades.
for him to open the door then.
I'll just thumbs down.
So you don't want to open the door.
No. Shaking my head.
But it's a door!
Big old door. It might hold the biggest secrets ever.
I'm gonna look over here.
I think Red's no longer here to stop you. Do you push open the door?
Yeah, does it push open or does it lift
Hold on,
open?
let's let Red walk around a little bit.
Okay. So Red,
gonna
you walk around the tiny little arena.
I'm looking for any like side entrances.
I'm
I
gonna put
think
my
knocking on the door to whatever this is, when there's Mind Flayer influence in the area, sure, they probably already know we're here, but we don't know that for sure. But I think knocking on their big ass door probably let them know that somebody's here.
I'm gonna put my ear to the door and listen.
Hmm.
Can I roll maybe a perception or something?
It's a pretty thick door. You're not really gonna hear anything through it. Red, roll me an investigation. As you're kind of looking around.
I'm not so good at those.
Oh, can I help with investigation? I'm good at investigation.
I mean, Red is off and doing his own thing, so you are listening to the door.
Okay.
Do you
I love investigation, Kath.
do you want to go talk to Red?
Yeah. Red, what's up? Are you investigating something? You need help?
Ah.
I'll take that as a yes. I'm gonna roll investigation
Okay.
to assist.
Red, you and Verdant kind of looking around. You don't really find anything crazy. You do find 2 glow shrooms. Essentially they're glow sticks. You crack them and they glow faintly for about an hour, giving you about 10-foot area of light.
I'll give one to at least one to Marco.
Okay. They will take their glow shroom sticks and be like, "Thank you." But you don't really see anything else interesting in this area. It's a very old area, other than the, like, obviously now dead corpses and the dead corpses of the things that they kept eating, and, you know.
So I know Grimlocks, they would have a tunnel system unless they were brought here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I was looking for.
You don't see any tunnel systems.
Either that or like they just got thrown bodies, like throwing meat to your dogs. Do I see any mechanism to open the door?
You don't see anything out of the ordinary, no.
I'll just sigh and just gesture to Isaac.
Isaac, do you wish to look at this door to see if you can figure out how to open it?
Yeah, would that be using my stone cutting and everything since this is all stone, or
What does stone cutting specifically say? Because essentially you are searching for a mechanism, which I don't think is stone cutting, but tell me what you tell me a tale of how you wish to use it.
When you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you can be considered proficient in the history skill and adding double your proficiency to the check.
Is
So
a
if I'm
stone
looking at
door,
the-
Kath?
Yeah, but
I'm
he's
looking at the stonework-
investigating. He's not really historying the door.
Would I be historying the craftsmanship of the stonework?
Yeah, because it's ancient dwarven stuff,
Sure,
isn't it?
but that won't help you open the door.
Like, oh yeah, it's craftsmanship here. They used to put mechanisms in the side, like over here.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Sure.
Don't roll low.
+5. So +5 to that.
This door, Isaac, you can clearly tell was sealed a long time ago. It looks like it was dwarven made, very well dwarven made, and the only way to open it is from the inside. So if someone closed it from the inside and sealed it, you can't open it from out here. But you can try to open it. Maybe it's not sealed on the inside.
Is it like it how it is in the picture where it's straight down, or is there a crack in the middle of it to open?
You can push. It's a door.
I'll push.
Oh, it's a push door.
Yes.
So my punch would have worked just fine.
As
I thought
long
you were
as
gonna
it's not
knock.
sealed on the inside.
Yeah. All right, I'll just push it over. Push it open, see what I can get.
Okay. You push with all of your might on this door. It is a very, very heavy door, and it opens for you. And inside the door, as you all kind of step inside and start looking around, you see a very dwarven architecture on the inside. Further in, you do start to see a little bit of light kind of shining off of the ground. You do hear running water. Hang on, I'm going to make sure everybody can see everything. Boop. There we go. Okay.
Can I get a rough calculation of how old this is?
Unclear. Probably a couple thousand?
This predates the undead weapons. We might be stumbling into some old history here.
So, we are...
I'm looking around. This place is in use. This isn't old decrepit ruins.
It's not so much in use as it seems to just be sustaining itself. It's still dirty, like there's still spider webs everywhere. It's still starting to crumble, but it seems that this place was given a kind of like just set it and it goes, and it hasn't stopped since they set it and it went.
Dwarven machinery, some of the best.
So hold on, Kath. I'm looking around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing these things on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the place to my vision?
Maybe.
I'll start reading out loud the history on the walls if I can.
Sure.
Since there's no current enemy in the room with us that I see.
I mean, you can go up there and start deciphering it. It seems really old and cracked and stuff, so it's gonna take you a little bit.
All right,
Red,
he's working
what
on
are
that
you
one.
doing?
I'm gonna work on this one.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Well, if it's the place my vision, the wall on the left has portraits of a tall person dressed in green, a tiefling with wings, a red armored dwarf, and what would have been Dongrave.
What you see on the walls is the one on the right that Isaac went to appears to be some kind of like sun. And then the one on the left, you can't really tell what the figures inside of it are, but you do see a building in the middle of a field, and it does seem that there are shadow people inside the building. But as far as whatever the color was, that appears to have faded with time.
Well, that's the case, and I already know what some of this stuff is, if it's the place.
Is there anything leading us up? Because I see the stick up here. Is there anything leading us towards that? Like,
No.
Is the
Do I-
writing dwarven or giant?
It is, dwarven. Verdant, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm just admiring the sun mural.
This is running water, by the way. That's that all of this purple glow stuff, that is running water.
Why is it purple?
Why do I feel like we're getting ready to find the forge? I'm gonna move up here, and I want to inspect this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna touch it. I want to visually look at it.
Okay. As you get closer, a ghost seemingly appears next to the device as you are getting closer. They don't seem aggressive, but it is a dwarf clad in full armor, and he seems a little larger than a normal dwarf, but he is very hulky. And he kind of looks over at you as you step forward. He doesn't say anything. He's just looking at you.
Tell me your story, lad.
And he's kind of looking around the room at everybody.
Bear with me.
Red? Verdant?
I can't move either.
No, I want to know what you guys are doing when this
Oh.
appears
If
next
I
to
hear
Isaac.
talking to someone, I'm gonna go over to Isaac.
Yeah, me too. I will just stand at the bottom of the stairs. I don't know. I want to.
Okay.
I want this ghost to feel intimidated.
I'm intimidating my ghost. He's not aggressive right now.
Yet.
All right, I'll come up.
Tries diplomacy. Quickly, intimidate him.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Isaac, I don't speak Dwarven. This is all you.
They mean well. We're here trying to fix for the city above.
The voice kind of rumbles out, filling the room with a little bit of itself. You can tell that the spirit seems tired. And its head is still under its helmet, and it kind of reaches up and takes off the helmet. And underneath, you actually see a dwarven woman in spectral form. And she kind of looks down and around as she puts the helmet under her arm and then addresses Isaac directly. In Dwarven, so if you don't speak Dwarven, I'm sorry. Verdant.
Yep. All good.
By the corner, Vern.
She says, "You're too late." What do you need?
Well, from my side, currently the mind flayers are messing with the city above through the mushrooms. We're trying to find a way to fix that. What do you need? You seem tired. Is there anything I could do to help you move on?
I don't remember. I've been here so long. I've been fading for quite some time. All I remember is there was something in this room before, and is no longer here.
Was it taken?
Probably. But I cannot recall anymore. My memories fade with my spirit. You said a mind flayer?
Yes.
So they're attacking again.
It's affecting the kids up top in the city. Seems they went through an old tunnel.
You see her face kind of light up for a moment. No, they can't go through the tunnels. This device. Oh. And she like turns back to the thing behind her and then looks back at you. Oh, that's what's missing. They took the stone. You have to bring the stone back. And she'll tap this thing here.
All right.
It was I can't remember.
Take your time.
It kept psionic beasts away from the city. I don't remember how it was built anymore. I believe
Was it a
I
blue?
was feeding it my own soul as power, but I am too weak now.
Was it a bluish tinted stone?
I can't remember its color anymore.
All right.
But it was my heart.
And it's not here anymore.
No. No, it's not.
Very well. If we return the stone, will it? Do you think it would be enough to push them back?
Oh yes, this device. Someone I know made it. It created a barrier that protected our city for thousands of years.
Did that barrier happen to push back undead?
If they were influenced by someone with psychic abilities, perchance.
Because currently we're dealing with undead also.
I don't remember. I just remember the mind flayers tried to take our children. And this was built to push them back. Long ago. And you see her spirit kind of like flicker in and out, as if it's barely hanging on.
Why don't you rest, sister? I'll take it from here. Do you know where there's any writings on the stone possibly in here?
It matched what was on these, and she like gestures to the cogs in the background. They were similar, yes, and I think the stone had a similar glow to the waters, as the waters were supposed to clean it every day.
All right. You rest. We'll take over. You've done well.
I can give you one thing. If you are going against those things, a temporary barrier against mental abilities from those creatures.
I would appreciate it. They've done
Last
some.
for an hour. If that's
We'll make time.
Okay, so everyone in the party, you kind of feel a little bit of energy seep into you. And for the next hour, on any checks with that go against your wisdom or intelligence, you are at advantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you feel like your minds be fortified.
Nice.
I'll check. I'll look at the stone she's talking about. You said they were pretty close to what was in the cogs.
You said the writing. The writing is similar to what is written on the cogs as to what was
Okay.
on the stone. There is no stone here to compare.
All right. Can I quickly look at it and see if I can decipher off the cogs?
Sure. I mean, it's really old writing. It just seems to be runes, like maybe magical runes. In a gist, because it's ancient Dwarven, it does say that it's basically like protecting the city, always here. As long as I never leave, the city will be protected.
Gotcha. All right. Looks like we're looking for a stone then.
Follow the gibbering. They always talk.
You mean the little things that we killed?
They should have something that connects them to the nest.
Oh, so they know that we just killed a whole bunch of them.
Oh, if you did, probably.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're going to be waiting for us on the other side of that door. Well, let's go, lads. We've only got an hour.
Yeah. I don't know
Alright.
what we're doing.
And he'll turn around and start heading for the door.
Okay. You all get back outside without any issue. And then, so once you're back outside, I'm assuming what are you guys doing now that you're back outside?
I step out. I'm immediately expecting at least some of them to be there.
No, there's nothing here.
Right? You said they were headed over that way?
Meh. Meh.
So, what are we doing? What's the objective?
Currently looking for a stone and a quarry mine.
Oh. Hmm. Quarry mine.
It's dwarven version of needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
She did say that you want to follow the gibbering creatures.
I'm going to listen. Do I hear any gibbering creatures?
You don't hear anything at the start, but you do start to hear something, and you get a little closer to one of the bodies of the creatures you all destroyed. If you want to.
Oh, well, I guess this is the one over here.
Sure.
Boop, I'll jump over here to him.
It's one of them. As you have gotten closer to it, you think you hear something coming from inside its head.
I'm going to slowly see if I can get a little closer, see if I can hear it. Like, is this something I'm going to have to dissect and pull out?
Possibly.
All right, I'll go through I have an assortment of 5 different kits. I'm sure I have enough to get through whatever's in there to get that thing out. What would you like me to do?
I mean, you can use whatever you desire. Essentially, you are able to pull out what appears to be some kind of psionic crystal. It seems that it had been implanted into the base of this creature's skull. From what you can kind of tell, and your previous workings with evil things in the Underdark, this appears to be what Mind Flayers would use on their experimental creatures to control them. And they usually embed it into the spine or right below the brainstem, and they can actually give orders to their creatures through it.
All right, interesting. I'm going to point it in a couple directions to see if the gibbering gets louder.
I mean, pointing it, you don't really notice anything specific. But do you like start walking around? There's multiple corpses if other people want to poke at them.
I'll walk around.
I'll grab one of the creatures and try and dissect it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk over this way real quick.
We're dissecting creatures. All right.
Pull out the crystal at the base of its skull.
Sure. Sounds reasonable enough.
So everyone picks up one of the crystals that was embedded in the creature's neck, right below its brain. You guys, like, as you're holding the stones, you can definitely hear the gibbering and everything like that. And if you didn't know any better, it would almost drive you mad, but you know what it is, so you are definitely totally fine, right?
Yeah.
As you all are walking around the room with these crystals, trying to hear what they're saying, they're whispering random things, and occasionally you'll hear it say in common, because it seems to be whispering in multiple different languages all the time. Sentences like, "Why do you think they trust you? The fungus feeds just like you. You're only safe when you're under control." And other things like that, you can kind of hear it say. But the one thing that all of you hear at the same time that is a problem is Stoneheart must feed it. And you kind of get a feel that, Isaac, when you got closer to this wall over here, that's where you finally were able to start hearing that portion of the insanity.
I'll give a whistle for the rest of them, and I'll start heading my way towards this.
Yeah. You're gonna have to climb the wall, as there are no really any holes or anything, but yeah. It does look like, because Red, you kind of noticed this before, it does look like maybe the creatures were using this wall to climb. It is still broken, but there are plenty of footholds and handholds on here, and so maybe they were climbing up this and going this direction.
As the two barbarians quickly scale
Say
it.
27 climb.
Yeah, you both scale it without issue. Verdant, I'm assuming you're coming in on your broom.
I will rope
Yeah.
down the others.
I'll throw down a rope for Elise and Marco
Mm-hmm.
and tie it off so that way they can easily climb up.
Yeah.
I will climb back down and make sure Elise can get back up there.
Yeah.
Marco's got to earn his keep.
Nice. All right, so this is where we'll actually pause here for today. You all are up and making your way forward using the strange stones that you found inside the creatures to kind of lead you in the direction where you think the stolen stone might be. And that's where we're going to pause for today. Do you want to say anything specific before we end the session?
Good night, everybody!
Good night, yeah. Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you everybody so much
Remember,
for joining
kids,
us.
in order to find out, sometimes you do have to fuck around.
Oh my gosh. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye.